Okay, YouTube tells me I am live. First of all, welcome, everybody who is here. Who is the first one on the today's live? This is class number 3 of the high ticket masterclass. If you've just joined us, hit the like button, drop your name in the comment section. Tell me where. Oh, we have Modassa. You are the first one here today. Well done, bro. Awesome. If you guys can just drop it in the masterclass group that we are live on Instagram, that we are live, and we can rock and roll. I'll just give a few seconds whilst everyone just joins on. Hope everybody's doing well. If you're here for the first time, guys, this is class 3 of the masterclass. We have been doing multiple classes over the last few days where we've been breaking down pretty much a lot. My story, how I got involved. Ume is here as well, and Amsa. Welcome. Make sure you guys message on the group, guys. I've just been so busy. I haven't even notified everyone that we've just gone live. So just do your thing, man. Let everyone know that we're live on YouTube. Or I'll just try doing it now as well. If you haven't got a pen and paper already, guys, what I'm going to be sharing with you guys here today is going to be something else, because I'm going to start breaking down the actual call and the actual role and what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. There's so much, literally, I've been writing so much, pages and pages to go over with you guys. So I want everyone tuned in, and I want to see who's tuned in and who's actually listening and actioning what I'm going to be teaching you. Honestly, what I'm going to be teaching you right now. Okay, we have Dilshad, Hadi, Sadia, Utkarsha. Awesome. So we have people joining in now. Natasha as well. Everybody's coming in. Come on, make sure you message on the group. Say we're live. Jump on. Send them the links. I've not done any of that, so that's why there's a few people late. My fault. But it's because I was just like, honestly, if you guys look, like, I've got notes and notes of all the sources that I need to share with you guys here today and what I'm going to be giving you. I've been literally trying to pull back the curtains and not only just tell you guys, okay, this is what I do and this is how I do it, but I'm going to go down to, like, why am I doing what I'm doing? What's the thought process behind it? So if you just joined us, make sure you've hit the like button. Make sure you've shared it with the friends, with people in the communities that we're live. Okay, I want to get right into it now as well. Like, if people are joining late, it is what it is. But just don't be stingy. Hit the like button. So maybe somebody, look, as I mentioned on the last call as well, maybe someone is praying for this opportunity. Like honestly, guys, what I'm sharing with you guys here today, and I have been over the last few days, if someone really actually takes this, and let's just say, you know how at university we just become students and we absorb everything and we study it, and like sometimes at school, like we'll watch it, we're listening to things and we're reading and memorizing all this BS at school, college, and university. Ask yourself, how much of that are you actually applying in your life right now? How much of it do you remember? We work so hard then, and like, you know, we all ended up with debts. I had two bloody, not one degree, I had 2 degrees of debts that it took me years to actually pay back, and I'm still like, it's insane what I'm teaching you guys over here over the next few days and the past few days as well, and the content on my YouTube channel. I swear to God, I kid you not, the results speak for themselves. Go and look at the old Zoom calls and the live calls that are posted on the YouTube channel. Look at the students on the YouTube channel. It's these very students that, just like you guys, Asim, Natasha, Hadi, Hijra, Hadi, Dilshad, just like you guys are live on these calls over here right now. Those guys that are crushing it right now were live on these calls 3, 4, 5 years ago. And because of their persistence, their coachability, their willingness to learn, and have a big reason why, they've gone on to, you know, make life-changing money. And look, nobody can stop you from changing your life but you. Nobody can stop you from changing your life but you. I am giving you guys the frameworks, the theories, the psychology, the reasoning behind what I do. Really study it and get to the meat and potatoes of it as well. And look, I want to give you, I want to share a story with you, and that's of an individual called Roger Bannister. And this is what I want to really give you guys belief in as well, as in, if someone like me has done it, like I only needed to see one person actually make money in this industry. And you know what I'm going to do on the future lives as well? What we're going to do future lives, I'm going to bring on like a bunch of high ticket closers, not only that I've trained and coached and developed, but that are in the industry that are actually making money. So you hear from not only me, but like other people in this industry that are winning. So and they will share their real life stories with you as well on like what they're doing and what was their story, because when you hear from them, you'll get belief, you know, in doing it for yourself. And don't worry about if you don't have the skills right now, guys. Do not worry about that you don't have the skill right now, but just have the vision that, you know what, that's the person I need to become. Because look, me, when I first started out, that Jabran was never going to do it in this industry. That old Jabran was never going to make it in this industry. Why? Because I didn't have the skills. I was nowhere near the person I am today. I mean, if like look, over a decade ago, probably a bit more than that, like prior to 2014, 2012, 2009, before I started public speaking, if someone had told me I'm going to be speaking to thousands of people, I've spoke on stages of like hundreds of people, thousands of people, and like over 10,000 people on an international stage. If someone had told me years before that I was going to do that, I'd be like, you're crazy. Like even right now, guys, me just staring into my computer and talking, you know, when I first started doing this, it was weird, man. I was like, what the hell is like, because I feed off energy. That's why, like, whenever you're on my Zoom calls, I need cameras on because I need to be feeding off the energy. But this is the point that I'm trying to make to you guys is you guys are probably looking from the outside and like, but can this really happen for me? Because look, I have these thoughts as well. Like, can this really happen for someone like me? Like, I'm just Jabran. But I never had that. Oh, I'm just Jabran. I used to be like, I'm Jabran Khan. Of course I could do it. I just used to trick myself into believing I was something bigger than I was. And then eventually my actions led me to speed up to where I needed to be. And the story of Raja Bannister, I'm going to touch upon, but like, I just needed to see one person in the industry do it. Because I was like, if this person can do it, of course I can do it. And that's where like Roger Bannister really got, his story got really popular as well. Like before he got on the track, he was a runner. And he did something what nobody had heard of at the time, where like he wanted to run the mile in 4 minutes, in under 4 minutes. And nobody in history had done it. But he was like, I'm going to do it. And look, sometimes it only takes that one person to just make that decision that, you know what, I'm going to do it. Just that one person that, you know what, I'm going to be the one that's going to change my whole family tree. And when Roger Bannister got on that track and he ran and he done it he'd done the mile within 4 minutes, people were astounded. People were shocked. They were like, and this was like when people, you know, when you tell people your big dreams and goals and they laugh at you and they mock you and like, no, you can't do that. Are you crazy? We don't even make that in 10 years. How are you going to make that in 1 month? Like, that's what happens when you share your big dreams with small-minded people. And Roger Bannister just shut out for everybody when he ran the 4-minute mile. Go and research this story. I swear it's a very interesting story. I remember when I heard it in 2014 and it changed my way of thinking. And like I've always had this mindset of if they can, I can. If anyone can, I can. If I just need one person to actually show me that they've done what they're talking about. That gives me confidence, belief, and energy that, you know what, it's possible. And when he ran that 4-minute mile, all of a sudden, now you guys got to remember, guys, before him, nobody had run the mile under 4 minutes. Grown-ups, professionals, nobody had. But the moment he done it, now all of a sudden everyone's like, you know what, it's possible. And that, like, I swear to God, man, you've probably heard this saying before as well, but you need to tell yourself, you know what, it's possible. Look, man, I don't care what you've done in the past. Forget what you've done in the past. Forget your previous roles. Forget your current role as well. Trust me, man, It's possible. I'm telling you, like you guys in the comments, whether it's Rithik, whether it's Nazia, Sahel, well done for showing up again, bro, because I'm going to be holding you accountable. That's Sahel Khan from Birmingham. Asim, Dilshad. Look, it's the same people. Hardeep, Waleed. Like, where's the rest of the new people? Like, where are you guys? You guys got to believe that it's possible for you. Like, you know what? Just say the word out loud to yourself. It's possible. Look, guys, if you've just come in, please hit like, share the video as well with any of the communities that we're in, because I didn't post, obviously, that we've gone live, but I'm just rolling it with it now. But the moment, guys, he had done that 4-minute mile, now all of a sudden, there were little kids that were running 4-minute mile. They were little kids, school kids, forget professionals, they were doing it as well, but school kids. But prior to that, everyone was like, no, it's not possible. It's not, and it's the same thing with your income. You know, like your friends or others, like you guys, prior to coming into the high ticket sales industry, you probably looked at people making 20 grand a month and like, no way, it's not possible. How the hell can someone make 20 grand a month when I'm not even making it a year? How the hell can I earn pounds and dollars when I live in Africa or India or Bangladesh or Pakistan? You have these bullshit thoughts, but sometimes you just got to trick your brain. It's possible. And that's what I want to tell you guys before I start my training here today. I want to tell you that it's possible. It's possible for you watching this live right now that you can change your life. Yes, you. So look, there's a few skills that you need to know. Now, this session is going to be about my actual high ticket closing calls, like what I do, you know, the skills that are needed from you guys, what you need to work on, why I do what I do. The following call, I'm going to be breaking down actual live sales calls as well. So we're watching it together. Like we're going to be watching one of my sales calls together and we're going to break down and we're going to pause. We're like, okay, Jabran, why did you say what you said there? What did you mean by what you said there? Oh my God, man, the moment you guys understand this, I promise you, your income is going to skyrocket. There's people messaging me every other day talking about my $5 million a month frameworks. These are brand new people that have, if you're new here, please do yourself a favor, subscribe to the YouTube channel and start consuming the content. There's people that have watched my $5 million a month framework video, have studied it, internalized it, made it their own. And when they're reaching out to business owners, they're talking about what they're going to do for them. They're just literally repeating and regurgitating what I've taught on that video, and they're using that information to land the roles. Now, when they land the roles, they're just literally doing that framework. And look, that framework has counted to tens of millions. It's taken companies that were from zero to multi-million dollars a month. If you look, it's monkey see, monkey do. You copy that and just repeat that to others and you actually action it. Watch your income go up. And this is the same thing that I'm going to do with closers right now. Now you're going to learn why Jabran said what he said when I'm going to break down all the calls. I'm telling you, man, if you've got a closer friend, if you've got broke friends, or if you've got friends that are struggling and like, you know that they can actually do what Jabran is doing, share this with them, man. You probably change their life. If not yours, maybe you can change somebody else's life. And in you doing that, maybe Allah, maybe God is going to help you. Be like, you know what? He was trying to help them. Like, just like me right now. Like, people are like, you know what time it is for me right now? 1:14 a.m. in the night. It's 1 a.m. in the night, and I look at my energy. Obviously, I'm drinking some energy drink. Let me just have a sip of it as well to keep myself going, because I want to give you 100. I don't want to hold anything back. I am on it. I even wore my brand new Paul Smith t-shirt today here as well, just for you guys, for this live. This is what I'm bringing, man. I'm bringing the smoke because it's time to make some millionaires in closing. Man, look, for you to become a millionaire, you only need to make about 85 grand, 87 grand, 82 grand, and around about, just say 90 grand. You make over $1 million in a month. I've had closers that have made consistent 80, 90 grand a month. Or let's just say, look, you could, even if it's whatever the income is, you can make it here. 50 grand, 100 grand, you can make it here. I've made way more than that. But you know me, I just want to keep it, you know, so everyone just understands and relates to it. So let's get into the nitty gritty of the high ticket closer. like the mindset of the high ticket closer, the skills that are required to be a high ticket closer. Let's go. So the skills required, I would say, now this is from me, guys. Look, this is what has worked for me and has worked for countless of my students. And I'm just going to be teaching you the frameworks that have worked for me. Now, look, these are going to challenge some of your beliefs. They are. It's going to challenge like all of the, the coaches that you guys have been listening to. And you're like, well, this is not what Jeremy Minor has said. This is not what Dan Locke or Grant Cardone, like these are all these mentors and coaches and sales coaches. I've learned from all of them. I've listened to all of them, but I'm giving you my take on things and what's worked for me. Because you know what? We're in the 21st century right now. What worked even 2 years ago, what worked 5 years ago, 10 years ago, it's not going to work anymore. You got to be real. You got to be genuine. You got to be sincere. There's something that I learned from Jeremy Minor and Tony Robbins as well. There's going to be 4 types of people that are going to literally come onto these calls. And I wanted to share this. There's going to be 4 types of people. And you know what those 4 types of people are? They're literally probably, you know what? These people are not on this live right now. They're in my WhatsApp group. So when I announced for this masterclass, oh my God. Those of you that are in the masterclass group, drop a message in there right now. Say Jabran's talking about you guys. They're not even on the masterclass. There's literally 10% of the people live on this masterclass that actually opted in for this masterclass, that they wanted to change their life. This is the thing, man. People want to change their life, but it's their life. Look, it pains them, it hurts them, but it just doesn't hurt them that much enough. It's like, the dog that's sitting on the nail. There were 2 friends, Fred and Jack. They used to come every morning, sit on each other's porches, and Fred had this dog. He'd always moan and groan in the morning. And John just got fed up one day. He's like, Fred, what the hell's wrong with your dog, man? Why is he always moaning? Fred's like, oh man, he's bloody sitting on a nail. John's confused. He's like, what are you talking about? What do you mean he's sitting on a nail? If he's sitting on a nail, why the hell doesn't he just get up and just move? Fred's like, well, it just doesn't hurt. It just doesn't hurt him that much enough, so he gets up and does something about it. It doesn't hurt him that much enough for him to get up and do something about it. Isn't that just like some of us? We're in jobs that we don't like. We're living a life that we don't actually feel fulfilled in. We're doing work that we don't really want to do, but we're doing it because we have to do it. You can actually learn a skill, like go work your 9 to 5 or go to school, college, university, wherever you're going. And in the last few hours of the day, you learn something, but you don't want to because you're like, oh, I'm too tired. But you still get up and go to the job that you absolutely hate. There's 90% of the world are living like this. So I don't blame other people, but this is the thing, until that nail becomes so painful that you just, I need to just pull this nail out. Some of you guys are sitting on nails right now that you just don't want to pull out because it doesn't hurt enough. Something big, astaghfirullah, hasn't happened in your life right now where, God forbid, you were to lose a loved one. And you needed one of your loved ones needed $20,000 or £2 or whatever. And you never had it. Or something tragic happens, because tragic things happen and you had to do something. Or, I know some of my friends, man, their wife goes through a C-section, because my wife went through a C-section. And I had to stay on bloody, what's it called? Call. You know how in the medical field, you have to be on call, standby. I was literally on standby for 4 months. I didn't let her go upstairs. I didn't even let her move around. The furthest she went to was the toilet and back. I did everything, from the nappies, the feeding, the shop, absolutely everything. Why? Because it's my duty. I wanted to do that for my wife, and I was able to do that for my wife. But what about some of you guys, man? I know so many of my friends, they have to leave their wives with their newborns because they only get 1 or 2 weeks paternity leave or whatever, and they have to go back to work. Is that even a life? Your kids are walking and you get missed call, you get video calls. Oh my God, oh look, she's just started to walk. You weren't even there present for their first steps or their first, time they actually said a word, because you never got to experience this because you were too busy working. But what if you can make enough money here and then invest it in other places? I don't know, in property or whatever. Where now you've got a passive income stream. You can make money here and then invest it. Like, alhamdulillah, if I don't want to, I don't need to work. Guys, I'm here because I want to help you guys and make a difference, man. So many people are living shitty lives and they're just going with it. Don't go with it, man. I promise you, man, you can change your life. People used to say this to me, and I used to be like, you know what, I can. Like, I used to get these messages and videos and talks, daily and weekly. And this is what used to get me going, man. I used to be like, you know what, it's possible. And I really believed, it's possible. So look, there's going to be 4 types of people. Tony Robbins talks about this as well. Jeremy Minor talks about this as well. You're going to hear a lot of things that I say. Look, they're not only from me. I've just learned them from greats. There's 4 types of people that are in my masterclass as well. The one is the winger. Like, these guys just wing it, man. Like, yeah, I'm going to do high ticket closing and whatever. And I'm going to learn this. And like, oh yeah, just give me some calls and I'll take the calls. And like, they're just winging it. They don't even know. They don't even have a plan. They're just bloody winging it. Like, it's literally in the title, the winger. Like, it will just screw it. Let's just do it and whatever. Like, these people are not dialed in on anything. They're not willing to go pro. Then there's the dabbler. Oh yeah, like they'll just dabble, like literally just dabble with it. They're not going to really commit to it. Like, they come in and out of high ticket sales and like they just know here and they know there. And then it's the people that and these are the people that like come in through closing coaching programs as well. Like, people that are winging it, or the dabblers. Or then there's the other people, and these people never make it, man. When you're trying to teach them something, and they're just like, you know what, I know all this, man. The Mr. Know-it-alls. These people would never win, man. The Mr. Know-it-alls. They say you got to be learning from the cradle to the grave. It's the word of God as well. You can never be like, you know what, I know it all. Like, look, I'm working with one of the OGs in sales and marketing. I've worked with some of the biggest names and brands in the world. And these massive influencers that have got like wealth of knowledge, more than me, they be open to listening to my advice and my teachings and whatever. And I don't have a fraction of what they have, because they're always forever a student. They're like, maybe something I can, like, look, from all of my classes, maybe there'll be one thing that will just change the whole direction of your life. Just one thing. Never be like, you know what, I know it all. Never. Then there's the 4th person, man, my favorite people. Make a note of these. These guys are the ones that commit to mastery. They're going to be like, you know what, I'm going to master this craft. And these are the people that achieve great heights, because they commit to mastery. Tony Robbins talks about this. Jeremy Minor repeated this. And now Jabran Khan is repeating this back to you. Committing to mastery. Let me hear it in the comments. See it in the comments. I'm going to commit to mastery of the Closers University. Okay. So the skills. Remember, skills pay the bills. The skills pay the bills. So if you want to pay your bills and not be worried about them, you need to improve your skills. So some of the skills, now I'm going to break down like some of the skills that are required in the high ticket closer, and why you need what you need, and why you need to do what I'm telling you to do. So I want you guys to make a note of studying psychology, in particular, behavioral psychology. You need to understand who's before you. If you understand who's before you, and like, you'll be able to, like, I'm not saying go and bloody do a degree in psychology, but understand human behavior. Understand psychology and human behavior, in particularly human behavior, human psychology, and behavioral psychology. I'm not going to go deep into these. Look, I've got degrees in these. I just want you to go just roughly, just find out, like, look at the theories in psychology, in behavioral psychology. I swear to God, you just find out the summaries of those, you're now going to understand other people better. And if you can understand who's before you, you can help them. If you help them, not only will they make a change in their life, but so would you. Now, look, the book to study, I like giving you guys books. I repeated it yesterday. I mentioned it yesterday. I'm going to repeat it out here again today as well, because this is the book that's had the biggest impact in my life. Because what's sales about? Like, interacting with people, talking to people, influencing people. How to win friends and influence people. Honestly, just get that book and just study each chapter slowly. Read one chapter, then go back and read it again. Light bulbs are gonna go up in your head. How to win friends and influence people. I'll move on from there. Look, another point. You guys need to become a student. Say to yourself, I'm going to be a student. I'm always going to be the student. Look, man, a lot of you guys sat through lectures, classes at school, college, university that you didn't really want to be in, that weren't even paying you any money. These lectures are going to transform your income if you become a student and you take on board what I'm saying. So become a student of what? Sales. Just start studying sales. Forget everything else, like deep diving it. Like, look, you can study other things, but I want you to go all in on just becoming a student of sales. Who are the sales coaches? And just have a look at and really understand what sales is. Read, watch, study sales. Like for me, if you're gonna watch a movie, just watch a movie on sales or motivation or inspiration. If you're gonna read anything, read a book on sales. Watch sales trainings. Study leadership. Look, we are leaders on these calls. You want to study, like, guys, I'm giving you gold over here right now. Study leadership and personal development. Fall in love with personal development. Personal development is like working on yourself in becoming a better version of yourself. The moment you become a better person, guess what? Everything around you is going to change. Your income is going to change. Pick your coaches wisely. This is one thing that I wanted to reiterate because some of you guys get confused on this. What do I mean by pick your coaches wisely? I'll give you an example. You have Gary. Everybody knows who Gary V is, right? Like one of my first mentors online, Gary V and Grant Cardone. I met them at the same time. I even went to a talk where they were both speaking on stage. And guess what? And that was the day that I was just like, damn, I need to pick one, or I just need to combine it. Because Gary talks about forget chasing the money, chase what moves you, that makes you happy and like really makes you feel fulfilled. This is what Gary says. And he goes, then, you'll get the money or whatever, but you want to chase your happiness. He doesn't talk about going after money. What does Grant Cardone be like? It's like Grant Cardone says, screw your happiness. Screw what makes you happy. Do the hard work. Go and get your money right. Now, both of these two are like very influential and successful coaches, but they both have two differing views. One is saying go be happy, and the other is saying go get your money, forget your happiness. What are you doing? You're both like, imagine that's me, and this was me. I remember in 2015, like Grant's telling me to go this way, Gary's telling me to go that way. Go be happy, go get your money. And I was like, what the flip? Like, where do I go? Then I was like, you know what? I am happy in learning sales and doing sales and making money. So you know what? I'm just going to combine the two and I'm just going to go with sales. I'm not even going to go, because I'll be honest with you, you know what made me happy was in boxing. I was meant to turn professional in boxing. Like before boxing, it was cricket. I nearly played for the Warwickshire cricket team and the under-19s team, and I got knocked over by a car and I fractured my knee and I couldn't play cricket again. I played at a high level. I loved cricket. That was what was making me happy. I was pursuing that all my life until I got knocked over by a car and everything changed. Then my physiotherapist told me, because I was going to boxing then anyway, because I had a bleep test coming up for the Warwickshire cricket trials. One of the final qualifications was fitness. And like people told me like boxing, and I had no choice as well because all my friends were at boxing. I was like, look, it's going to help for my cricket. So I'm going to the boxing to get my fitness, and then on the way to boxing, get knocked over, boom, can't play cricket again. But then my physio finds out that he was going boxing, and like the doctor said to me, I can't play cricket again. He was like, look, go to boxing. The circuit training is going to be good for your physiotherapy of your knee. And then, and I did boxing, and then I boxed up to English, British, European level. I was one of the tallest light welterweights in Europe. I got medals across many championships, and I was going to turn professional in boxing. And then I found out that, you know what, my dad's at home. He's looking after all of us and whatever, and I'm not doing anything. And then it was at that moment I was like, you know what, I need to stop chasing my own dreams and being selfish about myself. I buried what made me happy. And I was like, you know what, I used to enjoy sales anyway, but not as much as I bloody used to love boxing and cricket. I buried all of that, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to fall in love with sales. I like sales, and I do enjoy sales. I love talking to people, and you're going to realize and see why today through what I'm going to teach you, that why Jabran loves sales and why he can close like no other, and how he's able to do it in like without any friction as well. So I then literally just went straight into, just becoming a student of sales, student of personal development, and just getting my money right. And some of you guys right now, you guys have all these coaches online. They're all telling you all different messages, and you're going in all sorts of directions. Just narrow down your coaches, man. And I'll be honest with you. Try me for 90 days. Let's see where you're at. Try the Closers University for 90 days. Okay, qualities of a high ticket closer. Yes, guys, hit the like button, man. Stop being stingy. If you just joined the live, drop a like on the live. Share it in the communities. Get the people on the live that are like that. Look, some people, man, they make this decision about changing their life, but then they don't want to take the first step. They don't take the first step. So many people are all talk, but that's okay. So the qualities of a high ticket closer. Get organized. Look at me, how organized I am. I have a pen, I have a notepad, I have highlighters, I have another pot of pens. Guess what? I also have a calculator as well. Obviously, you got to calculate the commissions. I have my tissues that I need at times. I have my headphones. They're all at my desk over here right now. I have my water. I have my bloody perfumes, because you got to smell like money. Like all of this, I'm organized. I got to stay organized. I got to have everything here. Like I've got forget I'm not wearing my watch right now, but I've got all my books that I've got over here. I've got additional notepads. I've got my phone, like everything. Everything's organized over here. How many of you guys are organized? And look, you've got to be what? Self-motivated. Look, if someone else is going to have to come in and actually, okay, look, for the first time, you need the realization, etc., and whatever, and that's all fine. But if someone else is going to have to come and motivate you every single day, you got to motivate yourself. And even if it means putting on a motivational video every single morning at the start of the day, it's what I used to do every single day. I used to listen to Les Brown every single day. Every single day, I used to listen to some sort of sales training, sales video, just so and I used to fall asleep to listening to sales trainings. Listen to some of my lives, just falling asleep. I promise you, the quicker my words come out of your mouth, the quicker my income is going to be in your bank. When my mentor told me that, I was like, say no more. I used to listen to his voice notes whilst I was going to sleep. So look, you got to be self-motivated. You got to be ambitious, man. What do I mean by being ambitious? You got to be thinking big. You want the finer things in life. Okay, not for you, but for your family and your loved ones. The people that you love. You want to change your postcode, the house that you're living in, the holidays that your parents want to go on, your siblings want to go on. Like imagine just turning around to your family members and be like, you know what, Dad, you don't need to go work for this year. Here's the money. I imagine you can do that. You could do that with high ticket income in 1 month, man. You can do this. So you got to be ambitious, think big, have big dreams, be driven, and like you need to be driven as in I'm gonna do this. You have a big reason why. I've already touched upon having a why is important, to have a big reason why. Your reason why needs to make you cry, and you need to have a big reason why. Write it down, put it on the wall, and look at it every single day. Again, forever the student. Be forever the student. Be excited. Look, some of you guys look at your current situation. Forget this. I want you to just like turn this off in your head, like where you're at right now. Think about where you're going. Have the conversations with God about where you're going, and always future pace yourself as into like, oh my God, and like actually walk through your head, talk through your mind as in what it's going to be like when you walk up to your mom and dad or your partner and be like, hey mom, do you know how much money I made this month? Like, hey dad, where do you really want to go? Like, do you love your job? Like, pictured having these conversations, man. I did it over and over and over and over in my mind until it happened in real life. So be excited about not where you're at, but where you're going. Be excited about where you're headed. Decide to go pro. Like, you're going to treat this like a profession and you're looking to go pro. Guys, I hope you're making notes on all of this, man. Be a great look. When you're on sales calls, what do you need to be? You need to be a great listener. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. We listen more than we talk. Be a good listener. Understand who you have before you so they can understand you. But you need to first understand them. Seek to understand before being understood. Most of the times, we just want people to listen to our points of view. Like, we want them to follow us and be like us and, follow everything we say before we've even tried to understand what are they saying. Where are they coming from? What are they trying to say? Understand who you have before you. So seek to understand who you have before you want them to understand you. Some of you guys, like, in psychology, we used to learn about counseling other couples and etc. and whatever. So many times, man, you have arguments with your wives and your wife doesn't listen and whatever. Why don't you just stop for a minute and just try to look from her perspective? Just stop for a minute and just look from her perspective and like where is she coming from? And you'd be shocked. And like, when she realizes that you're trying to look and understand from her perspective, but she's gonna fall in love with you even more, and she'll probably listen to whatever you're saying, even if she doesn't agree with you, because she's gonna appreciate that you're appreciating and trying to understand her perspective. So always be a great listener. 2 ears, 1 mouth. Be well and clear spoken. Don't just talk 150 miles an hour when, like, sometimes I do. I'm not going to lie. When I get really excited, I talk really fast. A bit like what I'm doing right now, because I'm so excited about where oh my God, you know what I'm going to be going through over here with you guys here today? I promise you, the person that follows this and actually embodies this, watches this on repeat and really action this, is commenting in the comment section on what I'm speaking to you about. I promise you, this person is registering what I'm telling you. And then it's going to make it a part of himself. And before you know it, you are going to be the version that you wanted of yourself. So I want you to be clear spoken. Speak clearly, speak eloquently, and speak like so someone understands what you're saying. Be emotionally intelligent. What do I mean by emotionally intelligent? Know who you got before you, man. Read the room. Read the room. So, like, if someone's coming onto the call and he's sitting like this, like I remember one of my sales calls that was recorded and I posted it. I've blurred them out right now so you can still listen to them. Like, sometimes if a prospect is coming on like this, he's sitting on the call. This guy, like, look, if he's like this, they look a bit skeptical. Or like if they're sitting like this, and like you can see by the look of their face that, you know what, this guy's got his guard up. So what do you want to do? You want to help them lower their guard. Don't act like a needy, pushy salesman. Don't be fake. I swear, like, some of you guys are following these scripts and all these frameworks and whatever that are not being you, man. I will need you to be you and be genuine, be sincere, be emotionally intelligent and switched on who you got before you. Be calm under pressure, man. Even if someone just starts attacking you or whatever on the call, like, oh, just give me the program, give me the information. What? Yeah, of course, man. I'll give you what. Just be calm under pressure. Like, sometimes you're taking sales call and no one's closing. Detach yourself from the outcome. But I'm going to teach you the frameworks that are going to help you get closes without being pushy, without being pressured, without wrestling with people on sales call, without having to memorize objections and, oh, I've said I've got no money. And like, what do you mean you don't have no money? Oh, like this. Not forget. I'm going to show you how to close like a boss. Like, look, watch. I'm going to be breaking down a sales call as well. I'm going to show you, and they're all closed. How I help them close so naturally and soft. So, okay, understands and connects with people. Look, your job is just to connect with people, man. Understand who you have before you and just connect with them. Like, who are they? Like, when I'm asking someone a question, I am genuinely interested in who is before me. Why have they reached out to us? Where do they want to be, 12 months from now? What are they looking to achieve? And I'm putting myself in their situation. Like, why are they here? Like, how can I help them? And I'm trying my best to understand them so I can give them the solution that they're looking for. But I'm going to break all of that down as well. Like, look, you turn up like a professional. What do I mean by turn up like a professional? Make sure you've got good lighting. You've got a clear camera. The mic is audible. All of these things, your clothes, you look presentable at least. Like, you're not all scruffy and you look like you just rolled out of bed and your clothes are not even ironed. Just, these are very important, because let me tell you, man, people judge you the moment you come on. And like, look, and the moment you start the sales call as well, like, don't try to be fake. Oh, how you doing? Where you dialing in from? Oh my God, you're from America. It must be so hot over there. Forget, don't be fake. They've heard loads of fake people on the calls, man. Be natural. Hold yourself to a standard. Like, hey, how you doing? But look, I'm gonna go through that in a bit anyway. And let me just give you the psyche behind. Let me give you the foundations. Look, man, if you guys are loving what you're seeing over here right now, hit and smash that subscribe and like button, man. Freaking, this sounds so corny when I have to say it, but my bloody mentors in YouTube, they're telling me I have to say this, so I'm starting to say this. Okay, believe. Hit the spot, like and subscribe. Okay, here's the next part. Believe in what you're selling. Well, look, look at me. I believe wholeheartedly. You guys can see in my energy and my passion about the high ticket closing industry that I know this is the industry that can change millions of lives. I know whether you're from Pakistan or USA or Canada, Australia, UK, I don't give a flying fork. I don't care where you're from. You can earn US dollars, UK pounds from wherever you are in the world. If you have a Wi-Fi connection, you can speak clearly and you've got a burning desire and you have a strong reason why and you're coachable. I know people, if they follow me for 90 days straight, I know they can change their life. Look at the conviction I say this with. Why? Because not only have I done it for myself, because look, you guys see this Jabran here today, but it wasn't this Jabran 10 years ago, 4 years ago, 1 year ago, 2 years ago. It wasn't him. It wasn't this Jabran that got these results. I grew into this person. And that's that same Jabran that's giving you all the things that he done to grow into this person. So you too can grow into this person and unlock the money that you want to make. So again, believing in what it is you're selling is so key, man. Don't just go and sell anything. Like, if you just don't really believe it, don't only just go and start selling something just because it's going to make you a lot of money that you just don't really believe in. You don't really think that they're gonna fulfill on what they're promising on. Like, you want to look up all of this and have full conviction in what you're selling. Dig for the results. So how are you going to build belief in what you're selling? The way you build belief in what you're selling is you want to ask for, like, hey, your testimonials, your client success, the transformation that your offer has got for the clients, the product that you're promoting. If you see that, hey, it's like me promoting the Closers University to people. I know I've helped people make 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, $90,000 a month from scratch in high ticket closing. I've got the results, which I'm going to be showing you guys as well. So I've seen all of this. That's why my confidence and belief is through the roof when I'm speaking about this. You do the same when you go onto an offer. You do all the research, get everything you want. Speak to fulfillment. You want to speak to fulfillment and ask them, like, how are you helping people? Once you learn all of this and you embody it, then you can, like, naturally on your sales call, guys, naturally on your sales calls, you're going to be speaking with so much confidence. You're going to be laid back as anything because and people can read your energy that this guy is very confident in what he's talking about. Is everyone with me so far? Is everyone understanding what I'm saying, or is it just going over your head? Okay, someone that can have meaningful conversations. My energy is going through the roof, so I need to be topping you up, guys. So someone that can have meaningful conversations. But what do we mean by meaningful conversations that I mentioned before? You got to be curious. You got to be interested. So you know what I used to do? And it's something that you guys can do as well. I used to picture myself, like, put myself in their shoes. You've all must have heard the saying, like, put yourself in other people's shoes. You could never walk a mile in my shoes. So you know what I used to do? I used to be like, all right, I'm taking my shoes off. I'm taking my socks off. and I'm getting into his shoes and I'm going on the other side. So when he's telling me, so when they're telling you about their current situation, do you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, oh my God. Like if he says to me that, oh, I've been the only child, and my mom's ill, and I'm putting myself in that situation. Imagine if I was in that situation where I had no siblings and I was the breadwinner of the house and I had a single mom. When you put yourself in this, now you're understanding their perspective on where they're talking from, where they're coming from. And now you can really connect with them. And now you can be, you can have these meaningful conversations. You can have a real conversation. It's not, and look, when you ask people questions, don't just ask questions for the sake of asking questions. Ask questions and have a reason behind asking those questions. But I'm going to get to that as well. Also, disconnects, the quality of a high ticket closer is someone that disconnects himself from the outcome. You've totally disconnected yourself, whether they're going to buy or not. That's up to God. You're going to do your job. You're going to have a meaningful conversation. You're going to follow on the frameworks, whatever that we've taught you, but you're just going to do that. Whether they sign up or not, that's already been written. Like imagine, like we as Muslims, we believe everything that's going to happen has already been written. So you just do your job and just grow through the numbers. So you disconnect. A skilled high ticket closer disconnects from the outcome. You totally disconnect. Whether they say yes or no, you disconnect. If they say yes, happy days. If they say no, look, that's the way it is. Don't worry. But we will work on, because like the no just doesn't mean no. It just means no right now. So we're going to do the follow-up. I'm going to show you how to do all that as well. Look, he helps prospects realize their problem. Someone that really, bosses a high ticket call is, and a real good high ticket closer is someone that really helps people realize their problem. Like a bit like how I make you guys realize that, damn man, like every month that you guys are not making $10,000 a month, you guys are throwing away $10,000 a month. So if you don't, you need to help your prospects. Like, whoa, like Mr. Client, you don't like your job? Like you hate your job? How long have you hated your job? Like, how long have you been in your job? Like 17 years. And you've hated your job for 17 years. Like, imagine I'm repeating this back to them. So I've asked him, like, look, like, what made you want to reach out to us? I want to leave my job. Oh, okay, cool. What do you do? Oh, I'm a bus driver. How long have you been a bus driver for? Oh, like 17 years. You must love that. And no way, I don't love it. Oh, why are you doing something that you don't love? I hate my job. No way. So it's been 17 years. And it's been 17 years that you've hated your job and you've not liked it. Why is it taking you, Mr. Client, why is it taking you so long? Like, look at what I'm doing over here right now. You're going to understand this later. So, when someone tells you, like, if you're on a B2C offer, this is gold, by the way. This conversation got me, I swear, I probably earned millions of dollars on this conversation on my B2C offers. So when they tell me that they've had this job for this long and they've been looking for something for so long, now I'm automatically getting them, like literally enrolled into my program. I'm like, who should I mention? Sahil, why is it taking you so long to reach out to us? I mean, we've been around for 20 years, 10 years, 5 years. Why is it taking you so long to reach out to us? Why is it now that it's time to make a change? Look at what I'm doing. I'm automatically getting them ready to make that change. I'm getting them ready. I'm like their coach. I'm getting them ready. And by the time it comes to the end of the call, they already signed up, because I'm doing this to help them. Remember, it's not a trick or anything. I'm doing it to help them. So, a great high ticket closer helps a prospect realize their problem, pain, and situation. Exactly like what I've done over there. Knows how to project the go-to solution to their problem. So now that I've found out their problem, now straight away, I've got all of that now. Now my job is to project our solution as the go-to solution for their problem. That, man, like, you hate your job. Imagine you can work from home. Like, hey, in high ticket closing, you work from home. You work from your laptop, your computer. You don't even leave your house. And hey, what you're working a whole month to earn, Guess what? You can make that from one sale. Let's just say you worked for 5 days and you made one sale of $2,500 on a 25K package, and you'd got 4 sales in a month. That's $10,000 in a month. That's 4x, and that's only getting one sale a week. I know people that get a sale a day. I know people that get one sale every other day. I even know some people that get 6, 7 sales in a day. And I know some people that get 10, 11 sales in a day. My brother Daniel, he holds the record right now from me anyway. He's got 11 sales in one day. I had a record of 6, 7 sales in one day. But look, this is not normal. Like, I remember when I was on a run, when I was on my 90-day run, there was every day I'd get a sale. Every single day, I was like, a result today, result today, result today. Whether it was 1 sale, 2 sales, 3 sales, 4 sales, 5, 6, or 7, it was a result a day. So they read the room well and know who's sitting before them. Oof, this is a very important one. Imagine like you're all like laughing and joking and bubbly and whatever or whatnot, and like the other guy's just there like this. You're like, hey, Mr. Client, how you doing? How is it going? Blah. And he's like, yeah, I'm all right. And you're still like, oh my God, it's so happy to have you. Like, there's a guy, I'm not going to mention his name. This guy was always like this. He's just constantly excited. I'm like, look, it's all good being constantly excited, but you got to read the room, man. But it's like, giving someone a hug for the first time. Like, they just met you, man. Just say hello. Like, don't even like, put your hand out or putting your hand out or whatever. Like, giving them a hug and like going. You got to read the room and know who's before you and match the energy and then grow into the conversation. Okay, some of you guys are not going to like this as well, like some of the things that I'm saying over here, and they're probably going to be the opposite of what you guys have been learning. You know how like everyone says you got to be a one-call closer. You know how some people, like, there's even a company called One-Call Closers, and they're pretty decent. And look, it's good. Like you do want to be a one-call closer, but like I'm telling you, for me, you gotta not be a one-call closer, and you allow the prospects to make their own decision. Now, look, let me give you. So you're not a one-call closer. Like, look, I'm breaking the beliefs of people. I'm like, what? What do you mean? Don't be a one-call closer? Yeah, don't be a one-call closer. Allow the prospects to make their own decision. Now, let me tell you something. When I was working on the Kevin David offer, it was a B2C offer, Amazon offer. It was a DIY offer. And 95% of my sales calls were closed after the call. And I was the number one closer there. You guys seen the results. I was the number one closer there. I used to bill more than everybody as well. I had most cash collected. I had the most deals closed. I closed the most deals from people. Sometimes reps 3-4 months weren't even my 1 month. Some of the 6, 7, 8 months weren't even my 1 month. How? And I didn't one call close. I didn't objection handle and wrestle people on the calls. How? I allowed them to pay after the call. And guess what? I only had one call. So I didn't close them on the call, and I only had one call with them as well. How insane is that? This is what you're going to learn from me, man. I swear to God, I'm changing the game. I'm pulling everything back this time around, and I'm giving it all to you guys for free. You're going to learn that when I analyze the call. Okay, he does not fight objections. He doesn't fight objections, but he preempts objections. Oh my God. This preempting objections. So you know how some people, they write all the objections down, they write all the answers and be like, oh my God, when this guy's going to say, I don't have money, and this is what I'm going to say, and this is how I'm going to wrestle with them. Listen, if you're trying to convince someone beyond their will, they're still going to be of the same opinion still. Like, you may wrestle with them or whatever. They'll probably just have a chargeback later. You'll probably push them into even paying or whatever, but they're still not like, you want to help them make the right decision. But like, with me, I don't like tricking people and doing this and doing that. I like, look, man, I don't like being pressured. Like when you guys walk into, the mall, like walk into a shopping mall, and you walk into a shop and like the sales reps come up to you and you're like, yeah, I'm good, thank you. Hey, can we help? Hey, how you doing? How can I help? Yeah, I'm good, thank you. You actually need the help as well, but we don't like being sold to. But guess what we like doing? We like buying stuff. We like purchasing stuff. And people are like this on your freaking sales calls, man. Nobody likes being pushed with something. Have some posture, have some belief in God, have the right intention, do the right stuff, and the money will come. Like, I'm telling you the opposite of what you guys are learning right now, man. And look, man, your boy's gonna make a big comeback. I'm gonna make a big comeback. Like, I'm already scaling the sales team right now, brand new sales team, and my goal is you guys know I take sales teams from zero to multi-million dollars a month. Right now, my goal is to take this new team. It's a marketing offer as well, done for you marketing offer, social media, and like we're gonna help them get millions of views and millions of dollars. Like, it's a solid offer fulfilled by like Ty Lopez and his marketing team. That offer, like, my goal is to take it to $10 million a month. Like, I'm only over there as well. I've known Ty for many years, but I'm only over there because I want to help a lot of closers and setters, and I know they can make a lot of money there. And I know the fulfillment with Ty is huge. He's mentored some of the biggest mentors in the world right now. So look, preempting objections. If you know the time objection is going to come up at the beginning, or like at the beginning, this one. So if you know at the end, they're going to say, oh, like, I used to know like what all the objections are. So my job was, in my conversations prior to the call and during the call, I'd knock them objections out through my conversations. I'll give you one. If someone's going to say to me, oh, you know what, I don't have the time, I like, at the end, I'll make them. I'll have the conversation at the beginning. I'm like, look, who should I say? Katrina. Hey, Katrina, you're gonna have to look. We don't expect you to be here like given 30 hours a week or whatever. Like, so I found out from her like what she does for work. She works Monday to Friday, 9 till 4. Okay, cool. And Saturday, Sundays is free. Katrina, to build your Amazon business, you need to be able to give this at least, in my opinion, 7 hours a week, which roughly works out to either 1 hour a day or like 1.5 hours Monday to Friday. Is that doable for you to learn an additional skill that can actually help you replace your income? Is that doable for you? But first of all, I've already got the buy-in from there right at the beginning. So I've now preempted the objection right at the beginning. So by the time it comes to the end of the call, Katrina ain't going to turn around and say to me, hey, you know what? I don't have no time to do this. She's already told me right at the beginning that she can put 7 hours. I go, Katrina, how much? I'll ask her in the beginning. I'm like, Katrina, how much time can you put in to building, a 10K a month Amazon business? She's going to say herself, oh, I work Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, and come back from work. And at 7 p.m., I'll be free and I can work 7 till 10 p.m. every single day. So like 3-4 hours a day till 11 or whatever. And she's worked out like, oh, I can give this 20 hours a week. Well, I'm going to be like, great. You only need to give this 7 to 10 hours a week. So already now, we've already preempted that objection straight away. You could do this with spouse. You could do this with money, whatever it is. All of that. Like, the money objection, I used to love the money objection. I used to be like, if I wanted to find out, what I'm teaching you over here, guys, right now is next level stuff, is black belt level stuff, what Ty calls it. So if I wanted to find out if this person's qualified in front of me, and I don't want to directly ask him like, yo, do you have money to bloody even pay for this course? I'd be like, okay, miss, who should I pick out? Dilshad. What do you do for work? Oh, okay, nice. Oh, you do this. Okay, cool. So what's the goal here, Dilshad? Like, how much money do you want to make a month? I want to make $20,000 a month. Oh, nice. Awesome. So how far are you from that 20,000 goal right now? And then, he's going to say, it's, I'm currently making like $5,000-$6,000 a month. Oh, okay, cool. So now I know they're making $5,000-$6,000 a month. And I'll ask him, okay, cool. So how much money do you have left at the end of the month? Before like your back's up against the wall or whatever. So now I've got all of this. So now when it comes towards the end of the call and I know the program is $10,000 and they can pay in two payments, I know they're not going to say, oh, I don't have the money for it or whatever, because I already clarified their income from them, beforehand. And look, that's just one way of preempting objections. I'm going to have a whole different training on all of this anyway. Okay, cool. High integrity. Integrity is everything, man. Honestly, guys, integrity. if what do I even mean by integrity as well? Like, if you don't try to sell someone something that probably you won't even purchase, like who you have before you, treat them like integrity, man. Honestly, integrity is huge. You want to have high if some of you guys don't even know what integrity is, just make a note of it right now. Drop it in the comment section. Have high integrity. Hold yourself to a high place. Have integrity. Don't say one thing and do the other. Like, treat people right in front of you like your family members. Treat prospects like how he'd treat his loved ones. Do the right thing when even nobody's watching. Treat prospects like how they would treat their loved ones. Imagine, like, you know what I used to do? I swear to God, when I used to be on my sales calls, I used to speak to people like, and like I would treat them on sales calls like I would treat, like, if I had my mom on the call, how would I like someone to be treating my mom on the call, or my uncle or my granddad or whatever. I remember, I swear to God, there was at one time where a really old gentleman, he was probably in his 90s, he came on the call, and it wasn't a done for you offer, it was a done with you offer. And he wanted to pay for the higher package as well. Like, I would have made $2,000 straight away. And I just said to him, I was like, Uncle, he was a white, very old man from USA. And I was like, look, Uncle, I'll be honest with you. This is going to require, for you to, who's going to help you with this? It's like, nobody can help me. I'm like, this is probably not going to work out for you, because you're going to have to turn up to these Zoom calls. You're going to have to put some work in. You're going to have to like make your account, and you're going to have to speak to suppliers and all that. And I knew, like, he is struggling just to get on the Zoom call. I just said to him straight, I was like, look, this is probably not what you're looking for. And I didn't sign him up. There were times where people, I swear to God, there were people that were willing to, go get loans, go and get financing. I swear to God, I've been the number one closer in all these companies. I swear to God, God is my witness. I've never had one person go and get financing to come and sign up with me. I was like, nah, go figure out the money. Go and sell something. Go look in your house and go whatever. Sell something that is not making you money and it's costing you money. Go and do that. Because I was like, nah, man, I don't want to put someone in that much of a, and like, some people believe in getting into debt to get out of more debt and whatever. But I was like, look, this is not even about that. Like, I just don't believe, like, as Muslims, we don't believe in usury and interest. Christians don't believe in interest as well. Like, interest is forbidden. Like, riba is forbidden, even in Christianity as well. But as Muslims, we need to be very strict on it. But like, it's very loose in the Muslim community right now as well. Like, people are just just too focused on money, man. Like, all these mortgages and all this and all that and whatever. For me, man, it's beyond the money. It has to be more than the money, man. And like, for me, that's where my integrity, comes into play. Like, you got to be a human, man. You got to treat other people greatly as well. So again, a great closer is someone that adapts to different people. Not one thing fits all approach. You're not speaking the same language to everybody as well. Like, sometimes, you may get like, there's all sorts of people that you're going to get on the call. You don't want to, and I'm going to go through like the different personality types as well. Like, there's different conversations you have with everybody. So like, you can't just be always super excited when the other person in front of you is so calm. Yeah, you can like probably like, you know what I used to do? I used to crack a joke right at the beginning. I used to crack a joke and I used to see like if they even, I used to be like, oh, how you doing? No, my name's Jabran. I'm from overseas and far away from England, United Kingdom, London. And they'll be like, oh, okay, cool. Also, I'm like, look, then I dropped this line, and this, I used to read the room from this. I used to like, because I used to, the joke I used to drop was, I used to say, hey, unfortunately, there's no subtitles today, so you're just going to have to bear with me. You're going to have to bear with this accent. And like, sometimes they'd smile, and sometimes they'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, no worries. You know what, the ones that used to say, yeah, no worries, I used to know straight away, because I'm dropping a joke, even if it's not funny. Like, the nice person will at least be like, no worries, let's go. And sometimes the guy used to be very serious. I used to be like, this guy's come on the call very skeptical. He's come on the call very skeptical. He probably thinks we're a scam, and he probably thinks we're this and that and whatever. I need to build his trust. I need to show. So this call, sometimes I should already know it ain't going to be a one call close. I need to build his trust. He's not even done his research properly. He's probably read a few negative comments online and be like, oh, you know what? this is not going to work or whatever, but let me just jump on the call anyway. He's not done any of his research or whatever. So I know just from that, just dropping the little joke and just seeing them. And if I'm seeing that they're very skeptical and they're asking me all these questions, you want to like, I'm going to break down the call anyway, but like at the beginning, you want to set the call on like how the call is going to go. These calls are very simple. They're for me to get to know you, you to get to know me, answer any questions that each of us have, and then that way I can figure out how we can actually help you. So now they already know I'm gonna ask them questions. I already told them it's for me to get to know you, you to get to know me to ask you any questions and answer any questions. So they know that already. So they're not gonna get all defensive when I start asking the questions because I've set the tone right at the beginning. Okay, so now the company, the offer. You want to know your company. So really know everything about you. Don't just read one negative review online and be like, oh my God, oh, this person is getting done for this and that. Go do your proper research, man. Don't just look at all and like actually go and study the company. Look at who they help. How long have they been around for? Who are their testimonials? What's their fulfillment like? How are they helping? Speak to the fulfillment team, the marketing team. Go through all of it. Understand who you're working with and for. And another thing you want to know as well, because look, you're going to get some sharp people on these calls as well. You want to know the industry you're operating in as well. Like, what are the current state of affairs of the industry? Like, what is going on? Look at the news. Look at be up to date with things that are going on in your industry. So because sometimes you're going to get urchins on the call, which I'm going to be diving into, like what they are. They're going to want to know this information, like what are current state of affairs. Someone may even throw like an objection with you about, the current state of affairs of the industry. And because you've not done your research, you don't even know what to say. You've already lost the battle there and then. The ability to create certainty. Look at how I've done it with my previous students. I'm not going to say my current students. Some of them I have. But look at the ability to create certainty that, you know what, they too can do this. Like some of you guys actually right now believe that, you know what, you can make this happen. Like some of you guys have started believing right now that, you know what, I'm going to change my family tree. I'm going to be the one that's going to change my family's life. And someone that can actually, create this certainty in others is a very good trait. A closer helps the prospect feel this solves their problem. So through their conversation, he helps them feel that this solves the problem. I can trust them. These people really understand me, and this is worth the investment. If you can make them feel this, that you know what, because you've painted their picture of the life that they want and the price that they have to pay right now, like and the risk and reward. Like if you can do all of this, this is how you close. So I'm mentioning all of these to you, and I'm going to show you how to do these on the call live when I'm going to break the call down on the next training for you guys as well. And look, man, above all, a good high ticket closer, man, has fun as well. I swear, you got to have fun. You got to have fun doing all of this as well, man. Don't only just learn and just be a geek and be so serious or whatever. Chill out for a bit as well. Relax. Maybe have some, may help your, what I used to go back in my chair. And I just used to be relaxed. And I used to make the prospects feel relaxed as well. And look, these calls are very simple, man. They're for me to get to know you, you to get to know me, answer any questions that you have. And then hopefully, if everything aligns, we can move you on to the next steps. There were so many different lines that I'd use. But you got to have fun. Sometimes crack jokes. Be interested in them. Have fun. It's only, and look, man, tell yourself this as well. It's only a bloody video conversation. No one's going to bloody jump through the screen and grab you and be like, what the hell do you think you are? How dare you say this to me? It's a bloody video call, man. What's the worst that they're going to do? Turn the video off? No problem. So just chill and just ease off and take the pressure off you. Detach yourself from the outcome, but don't forget to have fun. Like, look, if you have a bad call, have a group of your closers or setters or whatever, and just link up and have a message. Just share like whatever happened on the call with each of those groups. In your groups, and be like, oh my God, you're not going to believe who I just spoke to right now. Or like maybe someone sent you a nasty message or whatever, screenshot and share it with one another. And like, just have some fun whilst you're doing your work as well. Because you don't have to always be serious. Okay, now we're getting to the real stakes. Doesn't build fake rapport. Oh my God, I love this one. And like some of you guys know about this as well. Don't build fake rapport. Don't be fake. You know how like those fake closers that like, oh, hey, Mr. Client, like they just be fake and they just try to act like they really care and they're really interested. And they only like do that right at the beginning and then boom, they just switch and just go straight into the offer or whatever. Now, we don't do that. We are genuinely interested in them throughout the call. I don't build, most closers, they build rapport right at the beginning. This is what I do. I build rapport throughout the call. So when I'm asking them questions, they're providing me answers. I'm digging deep and like if they've said something that resonates with me or I've said something that resonates with them, I'll share some of my own stories, like a bit like how I've built rapport with you guys. And like I haven't said it right at the beginning, about my personal life or whatever. I've done it throughout the lives calls. So like when I share that, why I'm doing what I'm doing, I used to tell people like, what my reason why was. And once I was a brokey as well, and I had multiple overdrafts, I was opening up about myself to them, and they then began to open up about themselves. And I built rapport throughout the call. And I swear, sometimes, when I used to hear a lot, and I really used to feel for the person, and I used to be like, look, I tell you what, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you. And I used to try my best to do whatever I can, give them a discount, whatever, speak to the coaches, look after them, whatever. And I used to say it with sincerity, and they used to sign up as well. We're going to help you. And that's all you need, man. Doesn't build freight record, amplifies the cost of inaction. So here, amplifies the cost of inaction. Here's an example of how you do this as well. So like, I'm speaking to Kassam right now, and like he's in a job and he hates his job. And I'm like, bro, how long have you hated your job? Bro, man, it's been 15 years, man. I've been hating my job, and it's been like this for the last 15 years. I was like, wow. I was like, Kassam, how was life 5 years ago? He goes, I go, like, was the income around about the same? He goes, yeah. So the income was around about the same. Your life, your life, like the way you're going, you go to work Monday to Friday, days off Saturday to Sunday or whatever. Can't really go on holidays because I don't have the money and whatever. So like everything else was the same. Your income was the same. Your life was around the same and whatever. And like, Kassam, but didn't you say to me you want your life to change? Like you're fed up of this life. Well, Kassam, let me tell you something, bro. And I'm afraid to tell you this as well, bro. If you don't make a change today, guess what the next 5 years are going to be like? Exactly like the last 5 years. Do you want that to happen, bro? Because if you don't change something right now, the next 5 years are going to be exactly like the last 5 years. Because, bro, you just told me you've hated this job for 17 years. And for 17 years, it's been the same. Do you want to do this? Do you want to live like that for the next 5 years as well, or the next 17 years? Because, bro, if you don't change something today, because you've been saying today and tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow for the last 17 years and nothing's changed. So until you make that decision right now, bro, your life is, bro, I'm just being real with you. The last 5 years are going to be the same as the next 5 years are going to be the same as the last 5 years. And, bro, that was like a ton of bricks. You're just like, oh, my God. I need to change my life. Okay, here's another part as well. Now, look, even though I don't like use like scripts word for word or whatever. Like even right now, look, you can say almost I've got a script written down, but am I sounding scripted? I'm looking at the points. Yeah, I can maybe read out the point, but I'm then elaborating on the point and I'm conversating and articulating that point. You want to study your scripts. Because these are notes that I just literally just wrote out right now. So I had to read off some of them. But your script. You want to study your script, write out your script, internalize your script. You want to make it your own, and you want to know the reasons behind why your company has got you asking those certain questions. Get to the bottom of the why. Once you got that, and now you've articulated and understood the script, now you want to write down the frameworks, as in like, this is the part I'm going to do this is the part I'm doing that, and this is the part there, and this is where I do the pitch, and this is where the close happens, and etc. and whatever. Now you've got a framework, and now you know how to take your calls. So when you're taking your first few calls, you are going to need a script. You are going to need a framework, because you need to know what to say, what to do, and when to do what to do, and understand why you're doing what you're doing. So to begin with, you need all of this. And then eventually it becomes a part of you, and then it just flows. So look, yeah, you do need to study and understand your scripts and your frameworks. Have a framework so you stay on track. The framework is for so you don't go off track. Sometimes we need a map, man. We need Google Maps to go to wherever we want to go to, because if we go off track, we're going to probably go to a different location. This is why it's so important to have a framework. So we follow those steps so we can get the result that we want to get. Another thing, once you come onto a new offer, this is what I used to always do. I used to find people that are actually crushing it on the offer. And I call this finding the A players. You want to find the A players on the offer, and you want to study them. Success, my friends, leaves clues. You want to find the A players, make them your best friends. I swear to God, I would even ask them for a training session or whatever it is and all that. And then you know what I do? If I've got lots of value from them, you know what I would also do, because it's remote, I would probably buy a Nando's gift card or wherever they're from or whatever, and I could just send them an e-gift card or an Amazon gift card or whatever, and be like, look, man, I really appreciate what you get done for me and whatever. No one's ever trained me like this. Here's a £50 gift card or a $50 gift card. That investment in that, they're going to go above and beyond the Call of Duty. They're going to be like, you know what, if you ever need me, anything, whatever, call me, text me, message me, boom. Now you've made a friend for life. But even if you can't do that, go and find sales calls, find game tape, find the sales calls, find their scripts, ask them questions. When you're on live sales trainings, go pick the A players and pick their brains. Look at what they're doing. Copy down, write down everything that what they're doing, and model what they're doing. We're coming towards the end, guys. There's a few more points. If you've just come onto the live right now, make sure you hit like. And if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe to the best YouTube channel, I would say, online on high ticket closing, because I give you all the raw stuff and the things that people hold back. I'm giving you all for free on these calls, giving you everything, all the source. So, okay, here's some things that I have in place that I call the pre-call rituals. The first thing is, now the call's booked. You want to make sure that the prospect is getting the reminder text sent to them about the call, the time of the call, the date of the call, and the meeting link. You want to make sure that these are automated, and the client knows that they're going to get reminders, ahead of their call. Maybe the setter does that, or you do that. Make sure the reminder texts are in place, emails, whatever they are, emails and texts, both. Make sure you send them a message that says to them that, hey, action required. Please let me know once you've reviewed these materials. It is central to your call. So now I'm getting some engagement from them, because guess what? When people book a call and they've booked a call, but you haven't communicated with them, they haven't communicated with you, they bloody forget the call because they haven't engaged with you. Once I get some engagement with them, I know, you know what, it increases the chances that, you know what, they've gone over the materials. And I also say to them, look, please let me know that you've gone over the material, and this is central to our call. And listen, I'm a message away if you have any questions ahead of our call. Boom. That's gold. And then you want to say you want to send them visuals. I call these visuals, but they're like PDF documents. They could be 3 to 6 or 7 pages of solid information about the company, information about the founder, the product, the services, testimonials, how much the product costs, the works, everything. Now, I'd even make it clear about the price. Whether you want to put the price or not, I like putting the price. It just sifts out all the bullshitters, so I'm making the most of my time as well. So I'll give them the pre-call information, the offer information, and they've got this before the call. So I now know. So like this is actually what this is a preempting of objection as well, by the way, because you know when they get towards the end of the call, they can't say to you, "Oh, send me more information." You've already sent them all the information, and they confirmed that they got all the information. And this call, you had this confirmation from them as well. They're not going to say at the end of the call that, send me some more visuals. Imagine you have a sales call, you had an amazing sales call, and everything's good, and they're all excited, and they're like, just send me some information. That's an objection. So how have I handled that objection? I send them the information before the call, and I get confirmation from them that they've gone over the visuals as well. That, my friend, is objection prevention 101. Trust me, man, nobody teaches you this. Do research on the client. These are pre-call rituals, by the way, guys. You want to do research on the clients, like who the client is. Find them on Instagram. What socials have they given you? What their business is? What are their pains? What are their problems? What they're struggling with? If you find out who their business is, find out some of their competitors. Do some analysis in between calls, as in what their business is doing and what their competitors, their better competitors, are doing. And like, what tips can you give them? Because when you've done this research and you can give and showcase these tips to them on the call, you are already the authority. They're like, because now they're getting huge amounts of value. And they're like, man, if these guys are just giving me this much value just on this call, imagine what it's going to be like working with them. So 100% do your research on the call, on the client. Check their background, read the questionnaire that they filled out, their history, everything. You want to do all of that. You want to also find within your own company, because now you know about the client and you already know about all the testimonials in your company, really get to know them. You can now share similar success stories with them on the call. Like, oh my God, you remind me of a teacher. Like, imagine you got a teacher in front of you. Oh my God, I'm a teacher. And then you can talk about your stories and whatever. But then you can also say to them, hey, you remind me of Jenny, the teacher that we helped start an Amazon business. And she was just like you, in the same position as you. And bam. I'd even share this before the call with them, or even during the call. I'd remind them about the call. But when you know these success stories and you can send them before the call, it just gives them more confidence and more belief in coming and onto your offer as well. And then, of course, my favorite, the pre-call ritual. The best pre-call ritual is Chanel Blue. This always reminds me of money. You know what? The mad thing is, before this call, I didn't even put this on. I was that bloody busy. I didn't even send the messages in the groups for everyone but Chanel Blue, this is what like I grew up associating money with. So it's like a mental thing for me. So like if I'm smelling good, I know I'm gonna have a real good sales call. Yeah. Oh, another one. This is why, sometimes, because look, man, when like a car is traveling for a long time and you're on a long drive or whatever, eventually it needs to stop and have a break. So you need to have a stop and have a break as well. And you need to refuel up. Like, just like I'm stopping every now and again, drinking my Gatorade and fueling up. Some of you guys are going to need to do that on the call as well. Have your water, have your drinks or whatever before the call, have them there, but also consume some motivational content, maybe a motivational video that's going to get you excited, a motivational sales training. It could be anything, music, video, for 5 minutes prior to your call. It just gets you excited and engaged and ready for the call. And like, I just used to just say to myself, you know what? I'm going to change their life. I'm going to change their life and I'm going to help this person. I'm going to help somebody today. And literally that's what I used to say to myself. So when they come in onto my sales calls, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to help them. I like changed the way I used to look at them, that I am going to help them. Okay, this is the next part now as well. Like some of you guys have heard it before, but I want you to register it right now. The meeting before the meeting and the meeting after the meeting. This is why, like, the reason why I was able to close deals on a one call close basis and actually close after the call without having another call with them. So I'd still only have one call with them, but I'd never take payment on the call. They'd always pay themselves. It's because I had dialed this in. So you know those pre-call rituals, those are that's your meeting before the meeting. That's the interaction that you're having them before the meeting, which is the actual sales call. Then the sales call is, I'm going to break that down with you tomorrow, like an actual sales call. That's the way you're going to do it. And I'm going to show you how I do that sales call. So you have that, and that's all great. But a lot of people do not pay on the call. Like sometimes some people's conversions is 20 to 30%, 40%. Let's just say it's 50%. They're a really good closer and they close. But what about the other 50% that don't pay? How are you going to get them to buy? And that's where the meeting after the meeting comes in, the follow-up, the engagement with them after the sales call. Most salespeople, and these are the amateurs that only use the closing call and that's it. They'll do the wrestling and all that and whatever. This is why my close rates used to all sometimes even go up to the 70s, the 60s and the 70s, because I had a solid follow-up in place. And I used to follow up with them with like maybe similar testimonials, and I'll check in with them and ask them if they need anything else, and the conversation that I've had with them as well. And like, I'll just check in with them again, and I won't be pressury or needy or anything. If they're going to buy, they're going to buy. If they're not, they're not. But I was going to always want to be there. Bloody got a mosquito in my room. I want to always be there even after the call for them and with them as well. And that's called the meeting before the meeting, the meeting before the meeting, the meeting, which is the sales call, and the meeting after the meeting, the follow-up. What are you doing there? Okay, now the sales call, the people that you've got before you, you've got to understand there's no one size fits all. There's no one conversation that's going to fit with everybody as well. It's going to be the personality types. Now, I've got this training on my YouTube channel, the 4 personality types. Guys, make sure you watch that and you study that. Not everybody is the same. Now, I like to describe the 4 personality types in like, there's the first guy, the dolphin, the happy person. They're just really happy. Those are the people that you just see and you can just see like these guys are just the life of the party. It's always the loudest person in the room or whatever. One's the dolphin. The next person is the shark. This guy, he's like, he'll come on the sales call. He's got like an expensive chain on, and you know what? He's wearing, he's got the expensive watch on. He's got the Rolex on, and like he's there and he wants to ask about all the numbers and how much money can I make and how can I do this? And like, he's not worried about the contract or anything or whatever. Then there's the whale. The whale, they're not even, they don't care about the money. They don't care about the document, the contract or anything. They just want to help people. They want to make a difference. They want to help their families. They want to make a difference in the world. These are your nurses, your doctors, your teachers and whatever. And I call these the whales. And then there's the urchins. The urchins are the ones that like these guys need all they are never gonna, urchins never one call close. Let me just tell you something. These are the analytical people. These people need all the information. They ain't going anywhere until like they know. They are the ones that as a kid, their parents told them, don't you dare buy anything when you go into the store. Don't you dare speak to the salesperson. Don't you sign any contract or whatever. They've grown up listening to all of these things, and they're literally just, just there for all, and they want all the information. They're going to go home, read all the contract. They're going to read all the document. They're going to research all the company. They're going to pray on it. They're going to read on it. They're going to ponder upon it and do all of that and then make a calculated decision. But you know what? Once they made the decision, they're all in. They're not going to back out. And those are the urchins. Now, imagine you're on a sales call and you're trying to one call close an urchin. They're going to be like, nah, you're mad. Are you crazy? You've lost the sale. You've actually burnt the sale. And sometimes there's 20, 30% of people that are urchins. What if, you're speaking about helping people and, making a difference in the world and doing this charity, that charity and whatever, and really emphasizing on how you can help this person and help that person. And you're saying this to a shark. Whereas the shark, he don't give a crap about helping people. No offense. A dominating shark, he don't care about helping people, anyone. He wants to help himself, and he just wants the numbers. And how do you do it? He don't care about the contract. Imagine to a shark, you're going through the whole contract and you're going through the terms and conditions and everything. You've lost them straight away. And you're going into too much detail. The sharks don't need all the detail. They just need to know, tell me what to do. how to do it, and I'll just do it. Or just tell me what to do and I'll do it. They need bare minimum information. This is the thing, guys. Most people are not the same. The sharks, like, honestly, I'm not going to go too deep into all of this as well. The 4 personality types is on my YouTube channel. Go and study it. Okay. But look, not everyone's the same, and look, just like everyone does, like people's love languages are different. Like I don't know if you've heard the 4 love languages, or the book, the 4 love languages. Everyone's love language is different, you know. And if you haven't read the book, I'm not going to give you like a whole love coaching session. But like, look, some people like everyone's love language is different. Some people like being showered with gifts. And like that shows them that, oh my God, this person loves me. Like for those of you that have partners, let me tell you something. Some of your partners, probably like their love language is this, that they love receiving gifts. Like I know my wife, she loves receiving gifts as well. Like she has a few love languages, but like she loves a hug. She loves what's it called? It's called the touch, but then it's the gifts. A lot of people love gifts, and that's what makes them feel appreciated. Some people, like imagine now, and some people, their love language is what? Just words, saying nice, kind, appreciative words. And that's what makes them feel loved and appreciated. Now, if imagine, and then there's the other ones, that's the love, the touch, and whatever. Now, imagine, you know, you like your love language is receiving gifts as well. Like you enjoy receiving gifts, and you're now giving your partner like gifts and watches and rings and all that and whatever. And she's like, you know what? He doesn't even love me. And when you hear that, you're like, what? I've been buying you this, I've been buying you that, and all that and everything. And she's like, when was the last time you came and sat with me? Like that's all she wanted. She used to just sit with her and like maybe just share a few positive words. This is the thing, because you know, your love language may be one thing, your partner's love language may not be that, but because yours is one thing, you're like, you know, because I love it, I'm going to do it for others. And it's the same thing with, you know, with people. Everybody is different. Some people like having positive words. Some people like the positive touch. Some people just like the company. Some people, you know, they like the gifts. You know, like you guys, there's certain things that are going to move different people. You guys are different people as well. So you like, everyone's needs and desires are different, and you're only going to understand this is through questioning. When you ask them questions, you really try to understand who they are, what they are, and why they do what they do. So now it's time to go live. It's time to go live. You're going to start your calls and whatever. What you need to do is clear your schedule. Don't go. We want to go all in. Don't go try to like just dabbling in this and whatever. You're going all in this. So you want to clear your schedule. You want to be like, you know what? I'm going to work not 9 hours, 10 hours. I'm going to do 12 hours a day, Monday through to Sunday. I'm going to work every single day. Or I'm going to take a few hours off for the Sunday and I'm going to go all in. Clear your schedule. Speak to your partner. Let her know of your mission. Let them know of your mission. And look, I'm devoting myself to this. Look, I'm not going to be present for so many things. I'm going to need you to help out with the kids and help out with food or whatever. But look, right now, I'm trying to change our future. I'm doing this for you. So you let them know. And you just say to them, like, this is what I did with my wife. I just said to her, look, give me 90 days. Don't distract me. Don't demand anything of me or anything like that. But after 90 days, I promise you, I'll get you whatever you want. She was like, okay, no problem. Like my wife is one of the main reasons why I was able to do what I was doing. Even now, like, look, she don't disturb me because she knows what I'm doing. It's for her. But I've made her understand this. You guys need to sit down and make your spouses understand you. Make your parents understand you, why you're doing what you're doing. And once they understand that, they'll help you and support you on your mission and your journey. And again, at the end of the call, man, don't be desperate. If you know that this person is not going to one call close right now, be like, awesome, okay, cool. And just say to them, look, is this in alignment with, with everything that you're looking for? This is like one of the things I used to say, Mr. Client, is this in alignment with everything that you're looking for? Oh my God, yes, this, that, whatever. Okay, how so? Okay, cool. I could do this. You could do that. Okay, cool. Okay, and then I'll be like, Sahil, are you ready for the next steps? Yeah, cool. Look, I've just sent you the payment link. All you need to do is just put your details on there, make payment, and then you'll get onboarded. Now, straight away, there and then, I'm not pressurizing them. And I wouldn't do this with everybody as well. I'll look, I've just sent you the link. And then straight away, he will say to me there and then, like, okay, cool. Sometimes people will pay on the link there and then. They'll just pay. And sometimes they would be like, okay, cool. I'll drop you a message. Okay, thank you so much. It was great. I'll drop you a message or whatever. And I'll be like, yeah, cool. If you need anything, drop me a message. I'm a message away. And I'll let them go. But what does the needy salespeople do? No, pay now. Yeah, why not now? Like, why can't you move forward now? I never used to do any of that. I used to ask them, look, do you have any other questions? We got 5 minutes. I can answer any other questions that you have about any of the program, anything. Does anything make sense? You want me to cover anything? Yeah. So because he's already given me the clue that he's not going to pay right now. So I'll just use the next 5 minutes to prep him with everything that he needs going off this call. Yes, Sahel, you've got the visuals. I've sent you all of that. It's got all the information on there of the program, all the people that we've helped, what you're going to get, how we're going to help you, how we're going to set you up. All of that is in that document. That's why it's so important to have that document. If your company hasn't got it, guys, now with ChatGPT and cloud and all of that and Gemini, you can create all of this and get it all there on that document for them so you can send it. So now when they're leaving the call, they remember the PDF document that you sent them, resend it again if you have to. They've got the payment link. You've answered any questions that they have, anything that you need to know. Okay, great. Mr. Client, once you've made payment, drop me a message and I'll set you up for onboarding. Thank you so much. And I'll let them go. And I swear to God, so many of my calls were closed like that. So many of my calls were closed like that. And I was the number one closer on that offer. Kevin said it himself. Nobody has closed like me on that offer, on that B2C offer. And this is because I was so sincere and I was different to others. I wasn't pushy. And that's what I'm saying to you guys, man. Don't be desperate. Don't be desperate. Be desperate to learn. Yes, Saeed, be desperate to learn, but don't be desperate. Don't be a desperate, commission breath closer. But look, guys, we've gone through a lot. The next part is going to be, and I'm going to break down the whole call now. And I'm going to have a live call with you guys. I'm going to do it on the next session, but I'm going to go through a live call with you guys, and we're going to listen to it. We're going to watch it. We're going to study it. We're going to, if any of you guys have any questions, like, Jabran, why did you say that? And I'm going to tell you and I'm going to explain and break down a whole live call for you on the next session. So look, guys, before you go, if you haven't already, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. If you found any value here today, share this with someone that can probably change their life. What I'm sharing with you guys over here right now, I promise you, man, it will change the direction of your life. Stay tuned in. Thank you so much. Sahel Khan, keeping my eyes on you. Maranissa, I'm keeping my eyes on you as well. I'm going to love you and leave you. Kassam, Amsal, Ritika, thank you so much. Adios, amigos. See you later. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.